Hi, I'm Jody. I was playing Wordle. You may know it. It's a word guessing game where you guess a word. If this is green, if this happens, it means you guess W correctly and you guess its place correctly too. If it's yellow, it means okay, this word has an I, but it's not located here, somewhere else. And if it goes gray, it means there is no U in the word. Many people play Wordle, and I've thought with myself, let's give it a try. For example, you can go with apply. Wow, doesn't have any of these words. I started playing it and then found out, okay, there might be a better way to play. There is always a better way to play, and it's fun to find out how. But this can also be a programming exercise for me. You have different ways to play or to cheat, if you can call it a cheat, because there is no law, you are not competing with anyone. For me, it's more fun to practice my programming rather than practice my vocabulary or think about the vocabulary. Anyway, you will have different ways. You can go and check the source. It's very easy and straightforward. For me, the question was, what is the best word to start with? Because you know that this is a 5-letter word. So, and you know that different letters have different frequencies. They are used more and less. So there should be a word which gives you an edge if you try it in the beginning. Let's see. What I did first, the fun fact is, if you are using a Unix system, I mean a Mac or a Linux, you always have a dictionary file installed in your system. On the Mac, it's located at user share dict words. You have a dictionary of many of the English words. Let's see how many. Wow. 250,000 words. And you can see that there are capital letters there too. So, you can also search for the English letters frequency. If you check the Wikipedia, it will give you the frequency of every word. For example, letter A is used in 8% of the words. If you are referring to the large text, if you are referring to the dictionaries, E is the most used word. So this is the letters frequency. Let's type them. ESIARNTOLCDUGPM. Okay, KHBYFVWZXQJ. This is the frequency which is used in the letters. What I want to do, I want to look into all of these words, all the 250k words, and see which one do have the most used letters in it. For example, if you go with apply, A is used a lot, P less, Y maybe. Let's go and check this out. I will use IPython. It is always fun to work with IPython because you can just do step by step, create your variables, play with them live and see what is going on. In the beginning, okay, let me read in all the words we had first. I will do with words is, I will do with open of that file, which was user share dict words as F. Words will be F read lines. Read all of them. Now I have the words here. As you can see, I have an extra new line at the end. I have to get rid of it. So in a Pythonic way, I can say words is do this. W strip will get rid of the whatever is in the beginning or end of the W. for W in words. For each word in words, we'll do this. Now my words is like this. Also, let's get rid of the capital letters. I can do word to lower. If you don't know this structure, it's very easy. It's like a for loop. You say for W in all words, do this, and return back it as a array or list. So I will do the lower too. Now everything is in lower. Now I will create a string, which is the string we just typed from the most frequent words. As you can see, what I'm doing is E is used a lot if you are speaking about a dictionary. S is used. I is used next. Then it's A. Then it's R. So if I find a word with E, S, I, A, R, that would be great. But you cannot do it. You have to provide a legal word, a normal word. So what I want to do, suppose I have a word which is apply. I will give a score to this word. A is the, for example, fourth one, so 4 for this one. P is the, for example, 20th, so 20 for this one. Another P, 20, then L, for example, 11, then Y, which is, where is Y? It's here, for example, 22, for example, just 20. So I will give 22 plus 11 plus 20 plus 20 plus 4 to this word, and this will be the score of this word. This is not a good score. I'm looking for lower scores. Lower scores means more letters from the beginning. So, and with more frequency. But let's first write a loop to calculate the score for this specific word. I will say for character in W, print C. See, when you are writing a program, it's always a good idea to test it and test it and test it on every step. So now I know that I can check every single character. Now I will type frequency index of that character. See, A is third one because we start from 0, then it's 13, 13, 8, and 18. Now I have the index. So it's enough to calculate a score. I will say, suppose score is 0 when you are starting. And instead of printing this, just add to the score. And when you are done, print the score. So score for this specific word is 55. You see, it's shaping. This is how I think when I want to write a script. I start from some simple thing. You saw, we are just calculating for one word. Then we go for all the words. I can, instead of saying W equals to apply, I can say for W in words, do this. W and score. So now I'm doing the same thing for all the words. Let's run it. After Gene with 33, we have an error. Why is that? If I want to troubleshoot it, I can say, okay, what was the error? See, it says substring not found. When trying index C, substring is not found. So most probably we are seeing a character which we don't have. Let's try it. Print C. Very easy. It goes for every word and will break somewhere. Oh, now see, the C of my character which I'm going to check the score, the index of it is a dash. I don't have a dash. And I don't want a dash. So I will say if C in frequencies, this is the score. Else score add 1,000 to the score, practically ruin the score. Now it works for every word. But I only am looking for words with 5 letters. This is how the Wordle works. So I will say, when you are checking every word, if len of w not equals 5, continue. Continue just breaks this loop and goes to the next one. So if some word length is not 5, go to the next one. Wait here and see how we worked. This might look a little bit complicated, but we separated it to the smaller problems and solved them one by one. First, we only did this when W was apply. When this worked, we added another loop for all the words. Then we added this part to check only 5-letter words. See, it's growing. A huge program which is working used to be a very small program which used to work. Now we are checking only 5-letter words. So we only need to find the word with the lowest score. I can do like this. Say high score in the beginning is 1,000. Then find the word and its score. But instead of printing it, check this. If score you just found for this word is smaller than highest score, then print that word and make highest score equal to this score. So I assumed a very highest score in the beginning, calculated the score of a next word. If it was lower than this, because I'm looking for the least score possible, print that word with the score and change the highest score to this one. Later, if I found another word, I will print it if and only if its score is lower than the current highest score. So practically, I'm going for the smallest one. This is a very well-known pattern among programmers. Now I find the words with the least score, but it has 2 S's, 2 E's, another 2 E's. This is not very interesting. I will check for the words which do not have duplicated characters. How? Just assume I have this character. Len of it will be 3. I wanted to check if there is any duplicates here or not. This is also another well-known technique among Python programmers. I can say, give me the list of A. A is my character, right? Is my, word. When I go with list A, it will give me a list of each character. Now, if I say, convert this to a set cannot have duplicates in it. So if I convert it to a set, it will become this, because 2 A's in a list is meaningful, but when talking about sets, you can't have duplicates. So this is the set. So if I check the len of the set, it will be 2. As you can see, len of the set of the list of this variable is not equal to the len of this variable. So it had duplicates in it. I can use the same logic here. I can say, if len of w is not equal to len of set of list of w, then it had duplicates. I don't want duplicates. So in this case, just jump to the next word. And it will give you the best, the best words to start with. Practically, these are the words with the most frequently characters in them, with 5 letters. Arise, Anise or Anise, I don't know. I'll. I'll is a good guess. We can go with I'll. It's good enough. I think this is not a general word. It's arise. Let's try. What happened to Wordle? Arise. Okay, this is good enough. So we can go with arise. So remember, if you wanted to start the Wordle, one of the best words to start with when you don't know anything is arise. This was fun. On the next part, I will go and use some regex to enhance our guess. Let's wait for the tomorrow and tomorrow's letter. Now we practiced our programming, also found the best word to start with whenever we had a new word. Have fun. I am Jadi.